I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to Closeted Mass Healers. Sorry, I'm in my car with nobody in here. For not covering my mouth. I was trying to fix my pants, but thank you for choosing. Hold on. I just hit this. Thank you for choosing Closeted Mass Healer. I just want to talk about something because it happened to me, and I know it's happened to so many people. This is for the beautiful people, the people that look good. They got pretty teeth. They got nice eyes, beautiful skin. I don't have, but I look good. My hair is not done right now, but I look good naturally. And I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, because you see what my shirt say? Sit down and be humble. You know what I'm saying? I'm a humble individual because I don't have problems in that area. And in the sense of getting someone, but I have problems in the area of dating when, you know, it comes to, I think like everybody, it's a common denominator of having somebody just be loyal, you know. And some people have problems with people being loyal, A, because of whatever the reason is, and B, mine is because of beauty, and that plays a big role. And I'm sure that does in a lot of people's life, because I have met people that said, you know, it's a blessing and a curse to be beautiful, because sometimes when you're pretty, you may get chosen for a job, pardon me, because you're beautiful. You may get the front counter job because you're beautiful. You're the face of the company. You're what the company wants as their face. Or you may have beautiful teeth, a beautiful smile, and that's what they want. And the person that, you know, is put on the grill may have the same personality but not the look. So, you know, and then their discrepancy is being turned down for certain things in their life because of that. I had said all that to say this to get to the point. That is just one of the many examples of being mistreated and you know, having someone discriminate against you because of even how you look. Fuck race. I mean, we're not fucking, but, you know, that's just a figure of speech. You know, not to mention race, not to mention, you know, religion, etc. You know, those, you know, normal, you know, common things that would, you know, constitute somebody, you know, displaying discrepancy, sexual harassment, you know, I don't know, whatever. But being beautiful is just not one. I guess that does fall under sexual harassment, but then I got to go through 100 ways of proving that I've been sexually harassed because of how I look. Well, if you already look good and you've been sexually harassed or you've been mistreated because of how you look, you already know what those traits are, and that it's possible. It's just as easy as it to do it to somebody else for whatever reason they having it done to them. It's just as easy to do it because of this as well. Whether somebody want to believe it or not, this is what it is. Now, at this point, I live in a town that's full of magic. You know what I'm saying? Not Louisiana, but I do plan on going there. Or not New Orleans. I do plan on going there. You know, but it's on my bucket list, y'all. I'm going to go to, like, a lot of places, you know. But anyway, long story short, you know, I was working and, you know, just doing my thing, just living my life, you know, just trying to come to grips with what I wanted to do. Even in the tarot, you know, I wanted to read. And then, you know, sometimes I be getting smells and feelings. And my daughter said, well, you should get on your, you know, you know, channel and tell people what you're smelling. Like one day I smelled like chocolate milk. But the guy I was talking to in Ghana, he was like saying he liked chocolate milk, but I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Then one day I, what else was it that I smelled? It was something. It was something, but it was like, it'd be a lot of things that I be smelling, seeing, and dreaming and stuff like that. But this video was basically made because I want to tell people, for all of you bosses and people that are in leadership abilities, in leadership roles and have leadership abilities, and you've been recognized for them and you have been placed in a position of power. I don't want to say power. I want to say power. Because you're like a baby, you don't know what to do. And I do quote that off of Avatar. I don't own any rights to that. But it's just that way. Because when you're in a position of power, a power of position, That's got to mean something for somebody. I don't say anything for any reason. I got to go back and look that up. I wish I would have bought me a pen with me so I could write it down. But the power of position, hopefully I won't forget that so I can microanalyze that my dang on self. Anyway, I'm about to do something, do my hair. And I'm about to do a new style too, guys. I'm about to do some twists in my head. I usually do human plaits or whatever, but I'm going to do some twists. So I'm going to see. But I can let y'all see a little bit of my hair. But it ain't done. That's why I said this Scully or my daughter, whatever this thing called, a beanie. Beanie man, them girls, them sugar. But yeah, for anybody that's in a position of power and you are abusing your power by one, causing conflict, 2, causing a hostile environment, 3, being sneaky, 4, trying to hurt somebody. You know, I don't understand, why do you guys hire people and they come in and they fulfill the contract that they have said that they wanted to do for you guys or that you guys both agreed on, and then when they do it, then it's a problem. You want to fire them, you want to get mad, you want to mistreat them, you want to get into a power struggle with them, you want to get on the defense and feel like they want your job because they're doing such a good job. Stop that. Please. Please. I'm telling you what the people that's working with you cannot say that they go home and they talk to their family members about. That's preventing them from getting the proper rest so they can continue to do, like Frequency Phoenix 555 said, the time continuum of things. So they can continue to go on, so life can go on stress-free. But these are the things that they're stressing about. You not allowing them to work or shine or let their light shine. Why are people out here not allowing other people's light to shine? Everybody can shine. It's enough. When you working for $1 million, let's take something so common as McDonald's. People working at McDonald's, I've worked there before. You got a lot of low vibing ass people that's working there because they were A, driven to being low vibrational, or B, they're just low vibrational and they got like mental issues. Okay, I understand that. But at the end of the day, when they're there, when you're working in an area or a place like that in a fast food restaurant, it's a lot of drama around who can, you know, do it the best, who can maneuver around the screen the best, who can take the orders the best, who sounds the best, who can hold it down, who can get the drive-through going most efficiently. When a manager's in a position to assess these things and the people that they're hiring as a group to make it happen, how dare you even cause a situation with a crew member and have the reoccurring situation happen over and over in so many different ways that people around you have become mastermind manipulated because you have failed to change the things that you need to change as a manager. Because see, attitude reflects leadership. It all falls back on you. If you ain't doing right, guess what? Your team members ain't going to do right. Shit ain't going to go right. And you going to see the malfunction and what's happening. But then you want to sit there and then cause a person an issue because they came in and signed a contract and said, I will come in here and work and do this and that and whatever the job requires. But then when they get there, you want to make it seem like it's such a power struggle because you feel like they're doing better than you and they may get your job and you're afraid that they can do it better than you. And then you and your friends that's been there. And then you start possibly even talking to one of the people that y'all working with you never even talked to before. But to get them all on your side to gang up on this one person because they doing so good, and then even ultimately A, cause a problem in this with this person to ultimately A, get them to leave, B, you guys run them out, or C, gang up on them. Stop doing that because karma is real. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, what goes around comes around. When you start manipulating time and incidents to accommodate who you are and for it to benefit you, and then you ruin people's lives, you get karma for that, bro. That shit is real. You cannot go around hurting people. You can't go around hurting people and feeling like you are untouchable because you are touchable. God said every knee shall bow. The law of attraction says no one is exempt from karma coming to find their address. So when we do things like that, when we're in positions of power and we hurt and we abuse the people mentally and socially, and you cause people to become having social anxiety and, causing problems because all of you guys have ganged up on this person, abused this person, and I'm a victim of it, bro. That's why I want to start doing my tarot. I would dedicate my life. If I can get subscribers, I'll dedicate my life every day getting up. I would even put the camera on me and turn it around and let y'all see different life situations that's happening. Yep. All y'all gotta do is remind me, because I already said I wanted to do it. And, you know, start letting y'all see, you know, what's happening in real lifetime. And all rights reserved to that. You know, even if somebody stole that, it ain't gonna take you nowhere. It ain't gonna do nothing but curse you. You feel me? Because you can't go around stealing either. But I would do that. And then I would be like a life coach. I would show you guys how to get through it. I would read my tarot cards. All you got to do is put a, you know, a suggestion, and I start, you know, reading cards on it. Yeah, I would. I'll stop working and do that. You goddamn right. Because you know what? Every time I go clock into somebody's job, you know, I can't get no good job because of certain situations in my life that prevent me from being able to get a government job. If you can't get a government job, then you already know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to be trying to do it like that right there verbatim. Catch on or you not. If you're not there, then oh well. But I empathize with people that have those issues too. One day we're going to talk about that. You know, and then so I'm, you know, at first I was stuck mentally because I wasn't awakened to see that I am able to go out and create the life that I want. So the life that I want is I would like to be a tarot reader, but I don't want to get on here and I don't want to worry about nobody throwing magic at me because my light's shining bright too. Like same shit they doing when you working at McDonald's and Pizza Hut and motherfucking Little Caesars and everything else, all this fat Taco Bell or, you know, Walmart or Target or, you know, all these places people think are not important. But if it's not important, why you bringing your ass here? And I'm trying to provide you with the best customer service possible, but you want to come in here and be rude to me and be disrespectful and condescending and try to ruin my life or even try to push my buttons and set me up to try to take my freedom from me when I'm just trying to be a productive citizen. So fucked up. That's for anybody. That's for anybody doing that to people. Dude, I call for karmic justice on anybody and everybody that's doing that. So especially to my tribe of people that's going to be rocking with me. I'm sorry I'm not on here doing or being my best. But at the end of the day, I got on here to try to help you guys and let you know that you're not alone. And I would like to encourage you to keep going. You freaking keep going. Like I had, who is this girl? Oh, the girl, Empress Lillian. I'll be watching her or whatever because she be talking about my life. And I really like her too, you know. Shout out to her. Shout out to Frequency 555. You know, shout out to Queen of Pentacles. You know, what's her name? Love Pearl. That's my girl. You know, shout out to Fire Intuition. That's my girl too. I've been rocking with. She was one of the first readers that I ever saw, ever even click. She was the first reader I clicked on. You know, just a lot of things, you know, I have gone through in my life. You know, tarot has really helped me. And I have been put on this earth to be a light worker. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help people. I'm going to start back making my videos. Nobody's going to stop me. And I don't want to have to get on YouTube and worry about nobody putting magic on me and my kids because they feel like, oh, you know, this person is shining bright or she got her hair done or she feeling herself today. And she got on here with her lip gloss and she wanted to chill with her tribe. And you know, she like, they ain't gonna feeling myself, but today, guys, you know, this and this gonna happen, you know, but we gonna stay positive because guess what? We gonna reach the top and it's only up from here, no downward spiral. That's the type of personality that I got. I don't want nobody getting on here trying to hurt me because I got a ray of sunshine that I'm trying to share with the world because that's what the world needs right now. It's a ray of sunshine. And that's why we in shambles. I'm so sorry, guys, because that's the truth. I'm trying to tell people, you know, some people like that song, What the World Needs Now. You know, whatever that song is about, I know it's something like really good, but I just remember that part. I'm saying like, why we can't rock with that, why we got to be out here hurting each other, pulling each other down. COVID doing that enough. Let's run COVID ass out of here by creating such a positive energy that nothing negative can even withhold or stand the fiery darts of the wicked. Let's embody faith. Let's not allow the Illuminati or whoever, I'm not, you know, whatever. I don't care. Fuck whoever I offended. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Because you're wrong for that, causing chaos and feeling like you just want to hurt somebody and body snatching, soul snatching. I mean, who says that's right? You know, and who says it's wrong but God? Like what I believe says is wrong, I guess, and what you believe says is right, but you can't do that, and you can't do it to me either, you know. And I don't think it's right, and I'm finna like stop you. And that's the truth, you know, and the people, not just me, but the soul tribe that I create and then I draw to me. We gonna stand in the paint and we gonna say, hey, we rock with positiveness. So, you know, if we are being negative, we gonna try to get to the point where we can do something positive. We all fall short of the glory of God. I am not perfect. I just freaking am not. But what I can tell you is I do strive for perfection. I do strive every day to keep God first. I do strive to keep, you know, positive. I'm not going to always be positive, but I'm not going to always be negative either. But let's try to be sisters and brothers in Christ and help each other to stay on such a positive vibration as much as possible, because that is possible. And it's positive to just rock and operate in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Don't be telling me, like, it's like some people around me right now telling me, you know, they love God, but yet still if I ask you for something to eat, I'm just using this for an example. If I ask this person for something to eat, she would tell me, oh, I got this, and give me something rotten or outdated. Like, really, would you get us to God, but yet still you serve God, and you know that if you serve God, that you are made in his image, so therefore you are a God. You know what I'm saying? Would you serve yourself rotten experience, you know? And who am I to be, someone say, well, are you being, you know, picky? No, it's not being picky. Or is she giving you what she have? No. And maybe, I don't know, but, you know, all in all, you know, whatever, convey these things, communicate and articulate effectively with me so I can know what we stand, and don't leave room for ambiguity. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not saying that word correctly, you know what I mean, ambiguity. I say ambiguity, you know, ambiguity. You know what word I'm talking about. So that part, you know, and like I said, people in power, start owning up and living up to your job, and not being cruel, and not be, you know, throwing rocks and hiding your hand in these workplaces, because the people that you hurt, they're either star seeds or they're children of God. They're placed in these places to help you realize that it's not only you that can shine. If you are a team and you work in a place where it says being a team player makes the dream work, then you know that anything that you do need to operate in in the team, the we. You know what I'm saying? Don't operate in the I. Operate in the team. Have a team mentality. That's what's gonna make it happen. If it's $1 billion, $1 trillion business, these CEOs need to start going inside of these McDonald's and these Burger Kings and seeing what's running their store, holding them accountable. You know, start looking at these cameras and not putting trust in man in such a manner that you just allow this person to run your business because you've, you know, accumulated a abundance of years of knowing this person, and maybe this may not happen and that happened, but you can excuse this or whatever. But understand it. The law states that people do change. Just like dogs age really fast, people change really fast. They change with each emotion, each interaction. And we as people are not acknowledging that, and we're creating a diversion, which is bipolar, which is anxiety, which is all of these things to create a diversion from dealing with or accepting that with each situation we change. That's not too hard to fathom or come to grips with or rock with, because if it was, it wouldn't be a part of the equation. Make it make sense and let that sink in. Now I have to keep going, but you can pause this video at any time. I have to keep going, guys. You know, and at the end of the day, the people that's in the power of positions of power, this is the second or third time I've said it that way. It means something for somebody. For the people that are in positions of power that bully people that come in and work, you guys understand that karma is real for that too, because God does not want you to bully his people, because the same thing that Jesus went through, whether Jesus was real or not, the story depicted that a man walked on this earth and he was bullied. He was bullied, but he had so much greatness to offer the world, and he came in such peace. When we are operating out of pure malice and being pure mean and operating out of negative energy, it hurts people. People may not always show you, and I'm using the word people because this is a very general statement, because I am speaking to the world. People are offended. If you are in a different country and you are mistreating a woman because she's a woman, you're wrong. If you have issues with women, you need to go seek some type of healing, some type of chakra healing. Heal your spirit and your soul and your childhood wounds and your trauma. Treat everybody as an equal so the world can function. It is as simplistic as that. When we go against a grain of salt, especially when we're in positions of power, when we are the ones that are chosen to set the tone. We are the leaders of the pack, and chosen, whether you want to be chosen for that or not. If your life pans out that a lot of things that you do, or people that you're around, friends calling you, asking you to help them with problems, or you're a great father, you are blessed to be able to have children that were somebody else's, either because they passed, they went to prison, I mean, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They just needed a home. You just needed to love on these kids, whatever. When you are put in a position of power, remember, even though you feel like nobody is there watching you, remember, spirit is watching you. That is when you are special. You need to realize when you're special. Everyone is special, but realizing you're special in the manner in which the universe is coming to talk to you, or God is coming to talk to you one-on-one, where he's saying, hey, I'm going to give you this child. Although nobody's watching you, I still don't want you to abuse this child. I still want you to love on this child the way that I know that you can, because it's either healing for you or healing for that child, or the both of you guys will heal. I will provide. You don't have to even have kids. For those of you that can't have kids, and you have found yourself in a position where you got a cousin or auntie or uncle or brother or sister or mama that's on drugs, and they out there, and you have to take this child in, do not overstep your boundaries. Do not take this child away from that parent, because that child was destined with it. No matter how you look at it, how destitute the situation, the bad the situation is, that child was appointed to that mother. Your job is to heal that parent, that person, that individual. And it's their job to heal themselves as well. If they're not, it's your job to give them unconditional love, because love conquers all. At the end of the day, it don't matter whether you're tired or you feel like that's the way to go about it. These are the rhymes and remedies that are set in stone. If you do anything other than that, like get tired and give up, and then start taking this child and creating malice between this child and this parent, and you start creating a Rachel and Sarah situation with these parents, understand karma is real. I promise you that. It's real. And you're going to, injustice will be, you may get away with it for years. There's a lot of people in the Bible that got away with shit for years, decades, and centuries. And may not even have been held accountable and went away, and then their kids and their four children were, held accountable, but you were still held accountable. Somebody had to pay the piper. When you had to pay the piper, you had to pay the piper. But why have to always pay the piper when you could just, you know what I'm saying, be easy, greasy? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying you can break generational curses. You can sweep your feet with a broom. The day that I started sweeping myself with a broom is the day that I broke a generational curse. And I knew also that I was more than a conqueror, because they told me, oh, whenever you sweep your feet, you're going to jail. And guess what? Every time I used to sweep my feet, guess where I used to go? To jail. But I started sweeping my feet one day because I got tired of going to jail. And guess what? I ain't go to jail no more. So it's mind over matter. And then I learned the law of attraction. I saw that movie. It's an hour and 30-something minutes. I was introduced to it. I learned about manifestation, and I understood the power that I did possess, which was 100%, that I am in control of my life. So again, guys, I just got on here and just talked about whatever, almost put on my heart. I just felt it sitting right here on my heart chakra to get on here and address the people in power, positions of power, that are not effectively exalting or exuding their position in an effective, communicative, nurturing way. Anything that's tearing the time continuing, or the ebb and flow and the way things should go type situation. If you're affecting that, then you are going to be held accountable. That's for kids and women and children and all. If you got kids that's hella out of control, that's falling on the floor when they go out in public, or, just being disgruntled everywhere they go, address those issues. If you got teenagers, talk to them. You know that they got a weird language. You know they go through it. You went through it. You know how I feel if you didn't. You have friends around you that went through it. Address these issues. Stop blowing it off. If your kid on their phone too much, you need to start talking to them. You need to have mama and daughter, dad and father and sister, whatever. Y'all need to walk. Eat together ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even enjoy eating. Some people enjoy cycling. Some people enjoy riding skates. Some people enjoy playing chess. Get on your child level and get in your kid life, because guess what? I'm going to tell you something. If nobody ain't tell you, if your child fail, you fail. Make it make sense if that ain't true. I had an old man tell me one day, he said it just like this. He said, if 1 and 2 ain't right, if 1 ain't right, 2 and 3 ain't going to be right. As simplistic as that. And so from that point on, it made me conscious of putting on my big girl panties, metaphorically speaking, so I can make sure I provide for myself and for my progeny, and at the end of the day, when that happens, everything else happens. Another thing I want to speak about, when you want love, when you want to operate in love, when all you want is love, then you have to embody love. And when I mean embody it, I mean you need to be brushing your hair, putting your makeup on, your lipstick, or brushing your hair, combing your mucky, making sure your mustache is good, you know, embodying love. And it just starts in places like that. You can also embody love by cleaning your area up, making sure your area is wholly acceptable in thy sight of the Lord, so he can come in and help you and give you the desires of your heart, because you have asked for these things, you know. And he gives us the desires of our heart. And when we stop getting the desires of our heart, you have to ask ourselves, did we ask our Father? Did we go and get on our knees and ask him for the guidance that we may need in order to accelerate or ascend and, you know, do the things that are liking in God's eyes? You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's a process to all of this, you know, and it's a method to it. Not the madness, but it's a method to the glory. You know what I'm saying? And it's a method that you have to continuously add to your tool belt. And then picking it, holding it, and carrying it, and remembering it is one of the hardest parts. And then along the way, then you learn how to start jotting things down and getting little books and making artistic books with rules and regulations and life situations to pass down to your children and their children and grandkids, and, you know, and then ultimately the world on how to do it. You know what I'm saying? It could just be jotted down. That is just one of the many ways of doing it. You don't have to necessarily do it that way. You know? I heard a lady say on YouTube the other day, she said, poor people. And I began to look at her soul, her spirit. I started soul gazing. I ain't gonna lie, because I wanted to know who she was. And why would she say, poor people? In the manner she was doing something, but it was an arrogance. Like, I've never been poor, I'm not gonna be poor, I don't want. And I'm not saying that everybody need to experience that. And, you know, I want to say this. I want to say it like this. If you've never been poor, I would like to say it like this, like Miss D off of Dancing Divas. Okay, but to even say poor people in the manner in which she did, sometimes we got to make sure the way that we choose to respond and articulate things, it really means a lot. One thing I learned when I used to listen to Obama, when he used to speak, I wonder why he said, but I liked it, because guess what? I always say, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And I say, see what I'm saying? And I had somebody tell me in my younger days, oh, say what you mean and mean what you say. Listen, I don't need you to critique me, because just like you got your ways of doing things, I got my individual star stamp of the way I do things. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to stop him. But one thing I learned, the way he chose to articulate and think before he spoke, he used and still had your attention and gave himself time to respond and not react. Because sometimes, even though we're not reacting physically, we could be verbally reacting. Sorry for digging in my nose. I coughed earlier, and I know y'all seen that. Life shit. If y'all ain't never dug in y'all nose, and I don't know who y'all is. And yesterday, I fell skating and bust my nose. Yeah, split my shit wide open. My shit is sore. I'm sore. I got a cherry on my leg. Let me show you guys, right? I'm gonna put my leg up here first. I can show you guys. I gotta wear, let me turn the camera around. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can unless I, you know, cut the phone off. But I ain't trying to do all of that. What I am trying to do is, oh, okay. What I'm trying to do is, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, but whatever that is. Okay, I'm so sore. I had such a rough day. I skated. I was skating yesterday as my daughter was riding her bike. I skated about 3-4 miles. 2 there, 2 back. Then I rode the bike. So, you know, I did. I'm trying to do my due diligence. But, yeah, and it's important, like I said, again, to even hang out with your kids. I mean, you might not always know exactly what the kid want to do, but, I mean, just doing simple cycling or walking, you know, something that's advantageous to the body, because you want to try to titillate the body, the spirit, and the soul. And, you know, so I would just suggest that, you know, being involved with the children, watching for signs, because I know it's hard. But when you invite people into your life and you have kids and you become a parent, is what I want to say, you definitely need to be aware of what's happening. Anyway, guys, like, share, subscribe, share this video if you can. You know, be kind to yourself. Love on yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Understand, yeah, we all make mistakes in this journey. You know, but let's just be here for each other so we don't have to make the same mistake over and over and be like insane in the membrane. Okay? All right, me love you long time.